Why on earth would you want to not fix a trade that is currently losing? Why would you just let yourself get stopped out and just take the loss? We're here to make money, not to get stopped out and lose. In this video, I'm going to show you why you just need to let that trade stop out and move on because you need to think of the bigger picture. That's what it's all about. I'm going to explain to you how to think about it from a bigger picture. So, most traders want they want to be there at the markets, they want to watch every tick go by, they want to do action, place trades, fix trades. They just want to be involved and doing things all of the time. Have you ever heard anybody say you need to treat your trading like a business? It's a very common thing. I wouldn't be surprised if you've heard it before. But what does that actually mean? What does it mean to treat trading like a business? So this applies to the let your trades get stopped out thing. Let me explain. I've built three businesses. I built two for myself. The last business that I built was actually part of a larger business. They wanted to do some vertical integration. So there was a kind of a tangent part of the business that they were looking for somebody with specialized skills that I had to come in and build out that part of the business. So when I got there, it was just a fledgling group of about five employees and about 400K in revenue that they were doing. And I took it to 30 employees and about 17 million in revenue in about 3.5 years. So I built out that part of the business. I was the general manager. I hired everybody. But more importantly, I understand systems and processes. You see, an employee is just a part of a system. So let me give you an example. Let's say you take your car in to a dealership to get repaired. Well, there's a customer service person that communicates with you. They try to create a nice experience for you. They do the payment processing and they communicate with the actual mechanic who's fixing the car and they're the go-between you and the mechanic. So that's their part of the system. So the overall system is to deliver a fixed car to you, to diagnose and repair your vehicle. But there's going to be a customer service person that deals with the mechanic. There's the actual mechanic that does the actual repairing. There's a parts guy who supports the mechanic and makes sure that the parts are available or he sources the parts and so on, right? So you need to think of a systems standpoint. The system is meant to deliver you with a fixed car. That's what it's meant to do. As a general manager, starting out to build this business, the first thing that I did is I researched what are we trying to do here? Like, how are we going to serve the client? What does the client want? And what do I need to build to get that client that outcome? So, what's the system that I'm going to put in place that gets the client the outcome they want for the price they want to pay every single time consistently? So, I do my research, then I design that system, then I hired people and I designed the individual jobs so that the system ran efficiently. I put those people into the jobs and then I let them do their job. And here's what I did not do. I did not show up every single day and talk to those people. Is this working? Are you doing that right? Did you do this? Did you do that? I did not go and execute parts of that system myself. See, a general manager or a CEO, how annoying would it be if you're the employee and you're trying to do the job and they show up all the time? That doesn't even make sense, does it? So, what you do as a general manager or a CEO is you put these systems into place and then you review them, say once a month or once a quarter. How efficiently is this working? If it's not working efficiently, is it because the employee is not doing their job, or is it because the system doesn't work? Is there something about it that's not working correctly? So you determine the employee is doing their job. The system just doesn't work very well. So you make some adjustments to how the business is running so that we can be more efficient and deliver better outcomes. So that's why trading appeals to business people and CEOs and really professional people is because they're used to this kind of concept where you put systems in place, you let them run. So let's let's apply this directly to your trading. So the first thing you want to do is, okay, I want to make money in trading. Great. Okay, so how am I going to do that? So you do some research. How do people generally make money in trading? And so you find that they develop a strategy and you gotta have a certain entry and a certain exit and you kind of have to stick to that and some discipline that's thrown around, different things like that. So once you go ahead and decide that you want a specific strategy, then you need to back test it and forward test it, as we talked about many times, so that you can see if that system is actually going to work. Like, does it have potential to work? Now that you have something that has potential to work and you can see it on the spreadsheet that you've made, then you go ahead and you execute that system. Here's what you don't do. You don't show up mid-system, mid-trade, waiting for an exit to trip, whether that's a stop loss or an exit take profit. You don't show up mid-trade and constantly keep fiddling with it or adjusting it or watch over the exit, the take profit. You don't watch over it and make sure it's going to work. You might check in, you might keep looking at it, you might just see how is it going, but more than anything, you just want to set that system into motion and see how it's going to operate over a period of time. And as I've mentioned many times, at least 10 to 20 occurrences, trade occurrence. So you'll see this as I go through the How to Build an Edge series. Like I'm literally executing on trades that I'm pretty confident in my experience probably aren't going to work out because I can see various nuance and factors, but I'm executing on it anyways because I want to record that trade. I want that data so that in a couple of weekends, I can go back on that weekend and review all the trades that we've taken. And then I'm going to create rules. But I don't want to create a rule based on what happened today or yesterday. I want to create a rule on what's happened over a period of time because then I really can see what's working. When I have that high level bird's eye view and I'm looking at all of the data out in front of me, that's when I can make the best decisions. So to sum it all up, you need to think from a higher level perspective. You do need to think of trading like a business. And what that means is that if one individual trade is going to stop out, yes, let it stop out. Walk away, go for a walk, go to the gym, make supper, do whatever you need to do to just walk away. Because one trade means very, very little. 10 trades means a little bit of something. 50 trades means more. 100 trades is something. You have something at that point. But if you're trying to get one trade to not stop out, you're thinking about this all wrong. You're not thinking about it like a business. If there's any part of this that rang true to you, please leave a comment. Or if you want to understand it better, obviously, like I mentioned, I have experience building businesses, but the majority of people who come to trading do not. So you might have questions about that. You might want to understand the subject better. Again, leave me a comment below or come find me on Reddit at TradersEdgeLabs, and I answer all the questions there. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.